Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and in this one again I'm just playing with some of Dina's new release. So I'm going to be using some of the Teenies Set 1 transparencies. I'm going to create a really easy cutout page. It's easy because quite frankly it's just a circle, and as long as you keep your cutout elements attached somewhere on the page to an edge, they will work. So for this one, I'm going to use this face here on the Teenies Set 1, and it reminds me of a moon face. So I decided I was going to create a circle page. So you can see there I'm just adding in a line down the spine where I'm going to attach my circle to. This means that it won't fall out. Obviously it'll stay in place on the page. So I'm going to use my craft knife and small cutting mat and just cut out that excess craft that I don't need. And then I will have my nice shape to start with to get going with my page. The knife that I'm using is a Fisker's craft knife. It is really nice to hold, particularly if you're having a day where your hands are a bit sore. I do still use my scalpel craft knife. It just kind of depends which one I grab first, really. They are both as good as each other. So I'm going to cut all the way around. You can see how I've cut that little border down by the spine as well. I'm going to pull that out. There we go. Now I've got the circle ready. Okay, so next thing to do is to start to add some colour. So I'm going to use mustard and a little bit of white, just so that I can create some nice different tones of the mustard colour. It's a beautiful colour that I really didn't think I would like as much as I do. Never really been a big fan of a mustardy colour, but I love it. Particularly when it's mixed with white, it makes a really pretty colour. So I'm just pulling some of that colour onto the circle and then adding in a bit of white and just letting that kind of mix and blend a bit. Look at that pretty colour that that's making, it's so nice. This is going to be my first layer. And honestly, this journal page is so easy. A little bit of paint, a bit of stenciling, a bit of stamping, writing, job done. It's simple. This is the triangle fence stencil. This is the brand new one from Dina. I love this. I can see I'm going to be reaching for this one quite a lot. It works really nicely with the mustard colour through it again, just as a little subtle tone. And then I'm going in with a bit more of the white just to add some more colour in through the stencil as well. So this is another of my favourite stencils from Dina. I think it's called Spaced Dots. And again, I'm just going in with an even lighter shade of that mustard. So I've just added a bit more white into it. And that's just helping with a bit of contrast. So this is a lovely kind of burnt orange archival ink. And I'm just using just a generic text stamp to pop some text onto my page. Just to add another layer of interest. So because obviously I didn't go in with any collage paper to start off with, and I think I've said this before, I'm finding more and more that I'm actually just tending to create those very layered pages using stencils. So this is the transparency. This is the Helix Circle Maker, and I'm going to use a Stabilo oil pencil to just draw a circle around my moon face that I'm going to use. It's a fabulous piece of kit, that little circle. I love it. I've cut it out and then it's going to be attached in the centre of my page. Before I attach it, I'm going to put some white around the eyes just to help draw a bit of focus towards those so they stand out. And that's going to be on the reverse side of the transparency. Sorry about that, it was just a text coming through. Apologies. I'm just going to add a little bit of lighter colour into the centre. The only reason I'm doing this is just to help that transparency stand out a bit more. This is just a personal taste thing really, and you know, didn't necessarily need it because I hadn't added so much black into the background, but I wanted that face to really stand out. Then I'm just adding a little bit of black edging using the black archival ink and that blending tool. That's a nice way just to kind of frame the page as well. Yeah, I kind of like that sort of slightly grungy effect on the edges. Okay, then I decided I would grab the scribble sticks and grab the yellow, which is called Gnarly. Yep, I'm just going to highlight around some of those little circles, and then I think I end up water activating that as well and just sort of kind of pulling that colour around a little bit. Adding a little splash of neon onto a page like this brightens. It's like a little ray of sunshine appearing on your page. They are, if neons are not something you're very comfortable with, then using them in this way is quite a fun way to start because it's not too overwhelming. You're just adding a little pop of colour, and it's a fun way to start experimenting with them. So yeah, I pulled that colour around and it just brightens. And I'm giving my little moon face some quirky cheeks, because of course the moon's got cheeks. And then once that's dry, I did outline that as well. So then I looked for a quote that I could use on my page. Oh, after putting a heart on. That must have just been lying on my desk. So yeah, popped that on my page too. Before I went in to write my quote, I did kind of map it out. I drew a circle, like a polo shape, and mapped out roughly where my words would go on a spare bit of paper. I'm going to write in Stabilo All Pencil. I wanted a kind of softer look with my writing rather than using a black acrylic paint pen like a Posca. I wanted it to be, the writing to be obvious but not quite as in your face as a black paint pen would be. I mean, I could have used a coloured paint pen in a colour that either contrasted or worked with the colours that were already there, but I quite like the effect of writing with the Stabilo All pencil and then water activating it. It gives you that lovely softness, and I'm just making my quote fit into the space around the moon face, turning my book so that I ended up writing some upside down. And the quote is, "It's still the moon in all its phases." I think, you know, we have good days and bad days. It's still us. We're still who we are, no matter how we present to the world. So yeah, I'm gonna have like a bit of a deeper meaning with that quote for me on that day. So then yes, I just water activate that and it gives that lovely softness. I didn't press on mega hard with the pencil, so it isn't going to be very, very black, just dark enough that it's going to show. But I just love that effect. Yeah. So once I had done that, I think, apart from drawing around the cheeks, I'm just trying to remember what else I did. I think that was nearly it, really. So yes, that was it for this page. So a really easy journal page. Not many steps in creating this, but a really fun way to create on a slightly different shape page to normal that echoes the shape of the transparency that I've used. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope to see you again soon.